So you will see before you, the resolution that I said we would like to present on the May 1st meeting, and the May 1st meeting was canceled. And this was as a result of the conversation that we had prior to the vote for the street sign for myself and for Mayor Hanks. We talked about the fact that there was no policy put in place, there was no procedure, it was just kind of what has been done in the past, and everybody should have had the opportunity to review this. So I'm asking for the approval of this today.
Any questions?
Are these the requisites? Does this start today or is this after? Because the requirements that you have on here are something that I didn't see as far as street signs, signatures. So is this going to be after today, or is this going to actually happen now to get a person eligible for a street sign?
Well, like everything else, as soon as it passes, it becomes law. It becomes part of the future practices. And as far as the signatures that you mentioned, this was partially built out from what Trustee Tate stated in the meeting about how he thought that residents should have a say, an opportunity to decide who got a street sign, where they got the street sign, something like that, and it shouldn't just come from the board. So that's why this was Trustee Myers' suggestion at our meeting to include the need for signatures.
Okay, so that's what I'm asking. The resolution that you have today for the street signs, they have to follow this requirement?
It would become effective after it's passed, as far as I'm concerned.
Comes effective after the mayor signs.
Yeah.
No, what I'm asking is, you have on here, you had two resolutions about signs.
So once the mayor signs it after it's approved, then that's when it would become effective. So I'm assuming, I guess what your question is how it affects the two items on the agenda?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it doesn't become legal until the mayor signs it. I don't think the mayor's gonna sign it until after the meeting. So, no. I guess it would start as soon as the mayor signs it, which will be sometime tonight, probably after the two items on the agenda will be passed.
So the two items that are on the agenda are not part of this qualification? That was my question.
No.
Okay.
The one item that was on here is an item that's being reintroduced, that was voted down 2 weeks ago. And then the other item that's being introduced is somebody that we discussed that because there was no definite regulation, we didn't know if this person qualified, and then after reviewing and talking to people who've been here for a while, we decided that this person does. And since we were not able to have this conversation on May 1st, we weren't able to iron out all those things. So that's why.
So basically, moving forward, I guess the resolutions that are on the agenda for tonight does not pertain to this particular ordinance. That was my original question.
No.
And so anything after that ordinance, then this is what the requirements that you're trying, that you want to pass.
Yes.
Just briefly looking at, I think the only thing that wouldn't cover would be the signatures. Everything else, I think, having served or appointed for no less than 12 years, and location and sign in association with location and sign rate. Any other questions? All right. Or three?
And as far as number 3 goes, like we stated, this is somebody who, at the last committee meeting that we discussed before this came out, we were unsure of the regulations as far as if it had to be 12 years consecutively or not. And based on some of the past precedent from the trustees and other candidates that we've seen as far as buildings and plaques and things like that, we've decided that former trustee James Schultz is eligible. And so that's why we're asking for the resolution for his sign to be passed as well.
Any questions on this one? Hearing none? Item number 4.
And the same thing with Mayor David Hanks. This was an item that was brought up 2 weeks ago, and the motion did not pass, and we are reintroducing it again, hoping that this time it will pass. And we think that, like Mayor Hanks just stated, he fits the qualifications that were put in place prior to, and we think that he's very deserving, so we figured we would put it on the agenda one more time.
Any questions? All right, hearing none, we'll move to public comment. All questions and comments must be directed to the mayor. The speaker may comment on topics on special agenda items only. The speaker may allow one opportunity to speak. Anyone from the public? Okay, just bring a microphone. We'll just have her stand right there. Just bring a microphone to you.
He told me it wasn't his problem.
Mayor Hanks, thank you for devoting 18 years as elected official to Sauk Village. You have shown strength and perseverance, especially the last 4 years, while one person ridiculed and discredited you and your administration, and another person allowed that action to continue for both their personal gain. But in the end, history will tell the true story. I hope that all trustees search their hearts tonight and approve a state designation for you. Mayor Hanks, thank you again for your service and your love for our town.
Thank you. I'm going to try not to be emotional tonight, but...
Please don't, leave it up to us because we're all emotional.
All right, thank you.
We would like to thank you from all of our residents, and there are many residents here that are going to miss you tremendously because of all the things you have done for our town. For the people, the residents of this village love you, and we wish you the very best in your future endeavors. And for the incoming mayor, with all the things that he has done in the past, I would hope he finds it in his heart tonight to stand up as a future mayor and make things right for a change. This is time. If he's running on this change, let's see this change. You want to shake hands with everybody? Then let's start a new slate, Mr. Burgess. It's time to stand up and be an honest person and know that we are all behind our mayor, that he is leaving us, but you have to build a trust from here forward. Thank you, David.
Thank you. I may be retired from politics, so I'm not going anywhere. So I'll still be around.
I'd like to say thank you also to my wife, my daughter, and all the rest of them that's stepping up.
Agenda item, gentlemen.
I have to let you know one thing. There would have been a great service to work with you, work under you, and get the things that you have done. Also to the new administration.
You guys stick with the agenda item. Agenda item is
Okay.
the next meeting, we can talk to the next generation, our administration.
Good luck. May the Lord back.
Thank you very much. All right, anyone else? All right, seeing none, I ask for a motion to adjourn the special meeting. A motion and second. We have a motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
So we got
Call the meeting in order to rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Village clerk, please call roll.
Here.
Here. Right. Move to item number 2, new business. That's for a motion to approve all accounts payables and disbursements for April 26, 2017. So moved. May 9, 2017. I got a motion, is there a second?
Second.
A motion, is second, any questions or comments? Hearing none, village clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
Yes.
Jones.
No.
Myers.
Yes.
Tate.
No.
Washington House.
Yes.
Williams Bay.
Yes.
Motion carries. Move to item B, that's for motion to approve board meeting minutes for March 28, 2017. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
That motion, is there a second? That motion is second, any questions or comments? Hearing none, village clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
Yes.
Jones.
No.
Myers.
Yes.
Tate.
No.
Washington House.
Yes.
Williams Bay.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item C, that's for motion to approve committee meeting minutes for April 18, 2017. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
That motion, is there a second? That motion is second, any questions or comments? Hearing none, village clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
No.
Jones.
No.
Myers.
Yes.
Tate.
No.
Washington House.
Yes.
Williams Bay.
Yes.
Mayor votes yes, motion carries. Item D, that's for motion to approve and release executive session minutes for April 18, 2017. Is there a motion to approve? We got a motion, is there a second? Got a motion, is second, any questions or comments? Hearing none, village clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
No.
Jones.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Tate.
No.
Washington House.
Yes.
Williams Bay.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item E, that's for motion to approve the board meeting minutes for April 25, 2017. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
And motion, is there a second?
Second.
And motion is second, any questions or comments? Hearing none, village clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
Yes.
Jones.
No.
Myers. Tate.
No.
Washington House.
Yes.
Williams Bay.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item F, that's for a motion to approve an ordinance amending Chapter 66 of the Village Code to include provisions regarding honorary designations. Is there a motion to approve?
So
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, village clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
No.
Jones.
No.
Myers.
Yes.
Tate.
No.
Washington House.
Yes.
Williams Bay. Yes. Mayor.
Mayor votes yes. Motion carries. Item G, motion to approve resolution of the Village of Sauk Village, Cook and Will Counties honoring James Schultz with an honorary street designation. Is there a motion to approve?
So
Got a motion and a second. Any question or comment? Hearing none, village clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
No.
Jones.
No.
Myers.
Yes.
Tate.
No.
Washington House.
Yes.
Williams Bay.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor.
Mayor votes yes. Item H, motion to approve a resolution of the Village of Sauk Village, Cook and Will Counties honoring David Hanks with an honorary street designation. Is there a motion to approve?
So
Got a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, village clerk, please call the roll.
Burgess.
No.
Jones.
No.
Myers.
Yes.
Tate.
No.
Washington House.
Yes.
Williams Bay.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor.
Abstain. All right. We're going to get through here as quickly as possible. If everyone could just hold your comments. All right, we're going to get through. We got a lot of business things to do. So, move to item number 3. Farewell from current board members. We'll start with Trustee Linda Washington House.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I just want to say it's so good to see so many people here at the village board meeting on a Tuesday night. second of all, I just want to say that past practice has always been that if you have served 3 terms, you get a street sign. I feel that anyone that would make a dedication in their personal life to serve public office for 3 terms, and past practice has always been that you get a street sign dedicated to you. There's no reason why the people that are leaving that are deserving should have that same opportunity. I was also informed tonight by elect Mayor Burgess that Neighborhood Watch will be disbanding. There will be no more Neighborhood Watch. So I just want to give a brief report of some of the things over the last 4 years as I chaired that we were able to do. I want to thank all of the block club captains that are in the room. We have approximately 41 block captains. I think we have, I don't know how many are here tonight, but they came just to know the direction of Neighborhood Watch. Also, I wanted to thank my committee for all of the work that we've done. These decals that you see, we have over 4,000 of these decals on homes, businesses. People put them on their cars. They act like they're burglar alarm alerts. They have them on their garage doors. They have them everywhere. I want to thank all of my block club captains here tonight for all the hard work that you've done over the last 6 years. You deserve a hand clap. Really hard. Thank you, trustees. I also want to thank my Neighborhood Watch Committee for all these street signs. There are approximately 80 blocks in Sauk Village. We have a village sign like this on all 80 fairways. Mayor, am I saying it correct? Fairways throughout the village. We ask for public and private donations to put these signs throughout the village to let any suspicious activity know that Neighborhood Watch and Sauk Village stand together to keep our village safe. So I want to thank all of my block club captains and Neighborhood Watch Committee for working so hard to get that project done over the last 4 years as well. You deserve another round of applause. I also want to say that there was a video that was released by Pharrell worldwide. Even foreign countries, they did a song off of Happy. We did not want Sauk Village to be left behind. So Neighborhood Watch, we got together, we engaged the residents, we had a great time with the school board, we went to the fire station, the police station, and we all got together, we made a video, and it was entitled Happy to Live in Sauk Village. So I want to thank my committee for that. We did a live play at Rickover School, Are You My Neighbor? Engaging families to come out and participate in plays to try to get the community involved in doing things through Neighborhood Watch. We also recently did a live concert where we hosted Stella Award with Daryl King and Willie the Entertainer, who's been on Wendy Williams Live, a child celebrity, to come to Sauk Village first time to bring a live concert to Sauk Village, to bring a free concert to the village. So Neighborhood Watch has been instrumental in the No Texting While Driving campaign. We have the Light Up the Community campaign where we have engaged and we have asked residents to turn on their front and back porch lights every night. We have seen the number of homes that have done this double, and the police chief is here. Neighborhood Watch and all of the block club captains and all of you residents that call that 911 when you see suspicious activity. Because there's no Neighborhood Watch, don't stop calling if you see anything on your block that you think is suspicious in your neighborhood. Also, finally, we did a No Texting While Driving campaign. We did a no bullying campaign, just to name a few, but we have everyone that want to say goodnight. But I do want to thank my committee because we worked really, really hard. It was a joy to serve as your trustee. I thank all of you that voted for me 4 years ago, and I've met a lot of friends. It's been a great journey. People say, what are you going to do when you leave? Well, one of the things that I've already done, I'm going to have my own television talk show. And also I'm going to be engaging right in the community. We had a committee called Sauk Village for Informative Dialogue, because some people can't make the school board meetings. Some people can't make the village hall meetings. Some people can't make the library board meetings. So I formed another venue, another forum for the community where we had someone from all those entities to come and residents could come and they could ask questions. From that, we had more forums that popped up, like the town hall meeting and meet the mayor meeting. So there were other programs that popped up after we had Sauk Village for Informative Dialogue. So I'm encouraging all of the residents to stay involved in your village. Like you're here tonight on Tuesday, we're here every single Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Come out, see what's going on with your tax dollars and follow the money. Let's keep the elected officials accountable. That's what we ask you all to do. We put out campaign literature, make us prove it. Thank you, it's been a great journey.
Trustee Edward Myers. Thank you, Mr. Myers. Mr. Mayor, just a couple comments. It's been a pleasure for the last 8 years to serve this town and on the various committees I belong to. If it wasn't for the residents of this town to come out and sit on these committees and help us to take care of business and get things done for the residents of this town, it would never happen. So you guys did everything that happened in this town. I'd like to please ask you to continue, because the town still has a long, long ways to go. We still have a rough road to travel with the state like it is and so forth. Some of the committees I served on is the Housing Commission, chaired for 4 years, chaired by Gary Holcomb. This committee went out and we had a little over 400 homes that we have vacant out there. Went out and found ways to bring in Cook County to help us to bring down the homes that could cause serious injury, help us get some of the homes on the market, help us move, help come in and help us to clean some of it up. So the Housing Committee meeting is a plus, and I was proud to belong to that one. The other one was the Ordinance Committee. Over the last 8 and some years, there have been about 70 ordinances passed our committee, and some we put together and presented to the board, and some we presented to the board that didn't make it. However, once again, it's the residents of this town that we went out and asked, what is your opinion of this ordinance? Is it a good one? Is it a bad one? Which way do you want us to go? Which way do you want us to present this to the board? So I urge each and every one of my committee members to continue with it. It's a very worthwhile committee, and whoever gets it has a hard job ahead of them. And that's one of the Neighborhood Watch. This particular committee I sat on, which is housed by Miss Trustee Linda Washington. It was a committee that concerned citizens. When we took over, we had people breaking in, we had dark streets, we had people wandering around other people's houses and stuff. We pulled together and we urged the residents, do you see something suspicious, call the police. Don't be a vigilante. Don't go out there with guns and bats and stuff. No, that's not your job. That's the job of the guys in blue. They know what they're doing. So they started calling the police department, and it helped. We watched the rates go down, and we put on a program every year to book bag. We was able to give the school district book bags for the young students to take to school, and I think we gave away about over 1,000 this year, last year. And I also heard tonight that probably won't be continued, the way the budget strengthened and so forth. But you guys still can continue to do your job. Keep the porch light on. If there's light outside, the bad people's not going to come around your house. And call the police. The police will respond and assist you. It's not your job to go out there and try to enforce it. And I know each and every one of us want to, but leave it to the police. And then the debt recovery was a committee I created. After finding out that the village was in about $700,000 debt from various things, from people owing water to major vendors owing us money and so forth. Put together a committee and we started going after them. So then we also found the state of Illinois had a program out. So we got a hold of the controller office. And now the controller office is assisting us. And if you have a debt with the village of Sauk Village and it gets into the controller hand, you will get a letter from the Illinois state asking you, urging you to see Sauk, come in Sauk Village, talk to the people, and they will set up some type of plan to help you pay your debt off, or the state will step in. And that has paid off. We have lowered that debt quite a bit. Then I was lucky enough to sit on the Budget and Finance Committee with Trustee Rosie Williams. And it was fantastic. We saw some, you wouldn't believe, some of the money we saw come in, and which we thought we should have been receiving from the state, that the state still hasn't paid us. I think, is that right? The state still hasn't paid us, they owe us a lot of money. County paid us a little bit, but county still owes us a lot of money. With that, if they do pay us, then the new board will have a pretty easy street to follow. And last, I was honored to was asked by the fire chief to sit on a committee, the intergovernment committee. And that committee is trying to put 3 government bodies together and to work together. It's a fantastic idea. I love it. And my hat goes off to the chairperson of the newly elected village clerk, Mava. And I also see the superintendent here tonight. And both of those people, it's fantastic. We've had a camp and asked the school board is backing us up. And it's a fantastic committee, and I hope and pray that you keep it going. That's something other that has never been done. We have all the government bodies working together. That'd be fantastic. And the final thing, I know I'm going to be talking too much. Final thing is that I'd like to wish each and every one of the new people, the trustees and the mayor and the village clerk, got a good job. You got a hard road to travel, but you know what? Talk to the resident. That's what it's all about. The residents of the village, the Sauk village. And with that, God bless you, and thank you for allowing me to serve you for 8 years.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple of housekeeping items first. The trustee, mayor, and village clerk plaques have all been updated, and we used public relations committee funds, not village funds, to do that. Bless you. Also, as you recall, we talked about the village sticker submissions, and I've stated in past meetings that with the submissions that District 206 presented, they were clip art, so we were not able to use them because of licensing issues. So in order to thank them for their submissions, we provided them with gift cards. So that was again out of the Public Relations Committee bank account, not village funds. We did have $2.47 left over, which has been turned into Mohan today. That went to the 60th anniversary account, and so our bank account will be closed as of tomorrow. So I just wanted to let everybody know that. And also, I contacted the IT person to make sure that when you go on the Sauk Village website, there's a space for info@saukvillage.com. That came to me, and I reminded him that he needs to redirect those emails, and then to cancel all of our email addresses as we will no longer be on the board. And he is doing that. So housekeeping-wise, public relations is done. As far as me personally, I just wanted to, I see a lot of employees in the audience, and a lot of past elected officials, and a lot of people who've kind of been there along the way. I would just like to say thank you. I was elected at 22 years old. I came out of school, my parents made me come back home, and I figured if I was going to be here, I was going to try to make a difference. So I was elected, and I was appointed at 23, I was sworn in at 23, elected at 22. And so for the past 12 years, I have grown with Sauk Village. I've seen the ups, I've seen the downs, and first and foremost, I would just like to thank all of the department heads, all of the employees who have been with me along that 12-year journey. You guys have sat through my questions, my comments, my concerns, helping me understand things, especially Mayor David Hanks. He took me under his wing right after the election, explained to me what TIF was, explained to me how things operated, and those first couple of years I really would not have been able to get by without the help of Mayor David Hanks and our former village manager, Richard Dietrich. The past 12 years have just been a lot of really good memories. Being able to work with Student Government Day, the 8th graders of Sauk Village for 10 years was the highlight of my time here. Working with the village clerk on the food and gift toy drive at Christmas time for the past 3 years was amazing. To know that we gave over 150 food baskets away and over 500 toys to the families of Sauk Village, that's been a blessing. and that was an amazing thing to be a part of. Helping to reintroduce the Shop with a Cop program for the past 2 years has been amazing as well. Working to continue the Sauk Talk, that has been great. And, oh, speaking of the Sauk Talk, I did, one more housekeeping item. I did forward to Mr. Burgess the Sauk Talk template. I don't know if you guys plan on utilizing that, but the blank template, I did forward to that email. So that's the last couple of weeks we I just want to say, like I said, I just want to say thank you. There has been ups, there have been downs, there have been interesting board meetings, and there have been good board meetings. And I want to say thank you to my parents who had, you were waiting for it. Thank you to my parents who pushed me when I made a joke in former Peckham's backyard saying I should run for trustee, and thinking that it was a joke, and then being pushed to run, and then getting elected, and then getting reelected, and then reelected. So my parents have been behind me 100% of the way. They have been there to support me, to help me, to guide me, and not just here, but obviously in every aspect of my life. And I want to say thank you to my friends and my family, and our volunteers. Our volunteers who have started off as friends, who have become family. You guys have been with us through Shop with the Cop, through the food basket program, through the toy drive giveaway, through raising money for the 50th and the 60th anniversary, to everything we've done. You guys have been right there with us, and thank you. We could not have done it without you guys. There's absolutely no way we could have done it without you guys, so thank you. And to the new board, I want to say congratulations. Good luck. You will lead it. It's interesting when you're in the audience seats to kind of get that perspective. There's a lot of things you say you're going to do, or you think you're going to do, or you think would be a good idea until you're up here and you're seeing the real facts. So I look forward to not being in this seat anymore and being in those blue seats, so I can figure out some things to come back at you guys with, like you guys have done to me for the past 12 years. Thank you very much. Good luck. And
Do a script anyways.
I was really trying not to get emotional tonight, but when you follow your daughter, who you're so very, very proud of, it's done such a great job for 12 years, and happy birthday to my daughter. In my first election, I ran on communication. Since 2009, I started the e-blast email alert system. I posted the minutes, the ordinances, the accounts payables, and other financials online. Over 1,000 rain barrels were distributed to residents through a partnership with the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District, which I am extremely excited about. I created a hotline for the emergency water distribution during the time when we had to pass bottled water out of our community center. And also, I worked with Trustee Myers on the local debt recovery program, which I think was an excellent project, and I appreciate him taking the time and the effort to put that together. It has been my pleasure to work with my daughter, Trustee Rosie Williams-Bay, on her public relations committee and her community outreach program. We've done so much together, and it has helped us as a family. We've had the student government days, the national night out, the food baskets, the toy giveaway. I said I was going to get through this without crying.
We got it, Dad.
I'm happy with my job, not sad, just thankful for all of the contacts I made while hosting housing, job, and resource fairs. While I'm excited when people follow up after these fairs and they let me know how it's made a difference in their life. It's also a pleasure to have worked with Trustee Washington, who's got such a fire when it comes to this community with the book bag system and the back to school system. And Trustee Myers went along with her. I mean, he's been her backbone from the very beginning. And they're just awesome to work with. And Trustee Jones with the Parks and Recreation Committee to continue the projects, the programs that were put in place and add more to them. Anytime he needs help, I'm always trying to be there. If I'm not working, I'm right along there with them. Because this is about community people. This is about working together. I'm also grateful to all of the residents, the staff, and the family members that continue to inspire me. The last few years have been riddled with a fantasy Facebook attack on me, my family, our residents, and our village. I'm equally grateful for that. Because what I've learned, if nothing else, is that what doesn't kill you will only make you stronger. I believe that God placed me here for a reason and a season. It's time to move on, to continue on a path to make a difference in the life of others. Mr. Mayor, the street sign is basically a sign of honor. That's all it is, a sign of honor. But you don't need a street sign, Mr. Mayor. I know it's tradition, but many people don't last more than 12 years in the position as an elected official, and you went beyond that. Know that you are appreciated and respected, and you're the greatest work husband I ever had. Again, my warmest, most sincere congratulations to the newly elected officials, especially the village clerk, Margaret Pruitt. I wish you well. To the new board, we had 8 long years of long, horrible. Trustee Williams was nice enough to say there was some good and some bad, but I'll tell you, they've been hard, and it has done a lot to damage our community. And if we don't come together and work together as a community, then we're in trouble. All these people in this room right now, a lot of you are residents, maybe a lot of you aren't. But what we need to do is we need to know that we are a community, we are family, we live here, we work here, our children are being raised here. It's important. There's a lot of animosity that we're all going to have to recover from. But it's really difficult. And I'm telling you, I've experienced a lot of it myself just recently. And it's going to be a challenge. But it's a challenge that we're going to have to work on. And I just want to say thank you again, everybody, for whether you voted for me or not. I love life.
Thank you, Vice Clerk. I usually don't try to point out people because I know I always miss someone. But before I get into my prepared statement, I look around the room, and tonight we're seeing a community brought together. I look around the room, I see representatives from churches. I see Father Dave from St. James. Pastor Steve from Grace United Church of Christ. And I know I saw Pastor Pitts walk in from Holy and hopefully I didn't miss any other pastors from our community.
Pastor Hall.
Pastor Hall. Again, as we start next administration, this is what we need to continue to have, community. I also look around the room, I see former mayors. I saw Mayor Ed Pazel. Mayor Mark Collins. I don't know if there's any others in the audience. I also look around the room, I see former trustees. These are just the ones that I see. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone, but I see Jim Schultz, who we're going to honor next week. Former trustee Joe Rizawani. I know I saw Rita out there somewhere, right there. Rita and I go way back. We served on the board together, so I don't know if I missed any other former trustees. Francis. Oh, there's Francine. This is why I always start pointing people out, because I always miss someone. So, also around the room, I see we have representatives from our school board. I see our school superintendent, Donna Lee. I know I saw her. Our newest board president, Tammy Jones. Phil's sitting down there. I saw Phil, and I don't know if there's any other Sinead here, Stephanie. Yeah, you're the new village clerk. Yeah. So we got Marva's on the school board too. Dolores Reed is here. I didn't see her. Dolores, former member. I also look around the room, I see representation from local businesses. And I know I'm not going to start naming businesses, but I can look around the room and see you here, and I appreciate you for being here tonight. Now, I have a prepared statement. And no matter how many times you read this, you never tear up until you get ready to read it, right? So, I'll read it slow. I'll try to get you out of here as soon as I can, okay? As the last time I addressed the residents as mayor, first I'd like to say thank you. For allowing me to serve you over these 18 years as your trustee or mayor. As we close out this administration, there are a few things I'd like to share with you before slipping off into retirement. I'm not going to go over all the information provided in the last Sauk Talk, but what has happened in the last few months or weeks. First, Sauk Village has 2 new businesses locating and opening their doors in Sauk Village soon. Satellite International, a new cell phone company located at 14 Sauk Plaza, which is, for you might know it as the old currency exchange. And her display vans, which will be located at 22401 Joshua Drive, which is the old Chicago Air Power Building. As to the financials of the village, Sauk Village still has its challenges, and the next administration will need to continue to tighten their belts. However, Sauk Village is better off than it was in 2012 and 2013. I tell you tonight, here tonight to tell you that all the audits are current, including the 2015-2016 audit, which has been completed and submitted, and I'm going to pass it out to the board now. And if you have any problems sleeping tonight, I'll give you some good reading material. During this last report, I want to be able to provide the village residents with a collector's report for January and February 2017. We'll start with January. Pass it out to the board. January 2017 property taxes were $16,176.20. Other taxes were $257,057.96. Licenses and permits were $6,396.50. Fees and services were $258,204.15. Grants were $6,456.36. Transfers were $250,000. Miscellaneous was $116,276.19 for a total revenue of $910,567.36. That's for January of 2017. Next collector's report will be for February 2017. For February 2017, property taxes were $580,129.92. Other taxes were $137,489.15. Licenses and permits were $5,730.50. Fees and services were $221,154.27. Grants were negative of $4,670.11. Transfers were $1,673,323.52. Miscellaneous was $105,630.65 for total revenue for February 2017 of $2,718,787.90. That's for February 2017. Also want to give a quick status on the aging report. In this last election, we heard a lot, aging report, people talking about it. First of all, I just want to make sure for the residents that, we have a lot more residents here than normal. Aging report is a living document. As invoices come in, the invoices get added to the aging report. Aging reports also, as we pay, those invoices get taken off. After the accounts payable was approved tonight, I think for a second. After the accounts payable was approved tonight, the agent report is about $609,000. Now, of that $609,000, let's give you a breakdown. $142,600 is for insurance premiums, MFT audits, and 911 joint dispatch services, which are already scheduled to be paid out at the end of May. Of that $609,000, there's a $345,000 bond, which is scheduled to be paid in November, because it's already on the agent report because we received the invoice. When elected in 2013, to give you an example of where we were financially, there was $1.9 million in unpaid checks on the back desk when I took over as acting mayor in 2012. And the agent report was between $1.3 and $1.5 million. So when I look at an agent report that's only $609,000, we've come a long ways. If you were to remove the invoices that are scheduled to be paid out by the end of this month, and the bond that is to be budgeted to be paid in November, that agent report would only be $122,000. Say to the board, good job. You've done a great job. In closing, I'm bringing all this information out because I want the residents to know, because I'm sure there's going to be things that's said after I leave. One thing you've talked about was the water fund. Sauk Village has had to use the water fund to borrow from to continue to make our accounts payables. Currently, right now, Sauk Village General Fund owes the water fund $1.8 million. That's where we're at right now. Again, when you look at that $1.8 million, that's monies that have been borrowed going all the way back to 2012? 2010. So this is not something that's been borrowed over the last year. This is money that's been borrowed going all the way back to 2010. So it's at $1.8 million. Lastly, there are so many I would like to say thank you. So please don't get offended if I miss someone. Thank you to the supporters that stood by me when you agreed with me and when you didn't agree with me. I'd like to personally thank both J.W. Fairman and Reed Paxton. Over the last 2 years, both have been tremendous help to me and to this village. However, both have chosen to go back into retirement. I wish them well. I'd like to thank all the committee volunteers and commissioners. However, as for commissioners, it saddens me to inform the board that the Housing Commission voted to dissolve the commission and all the commissioners have submitted their resignations. Thank you to the following housing commissioners for your professionalism, your accomplishments, your service, and dedication. Those commissioners are Gary Holcomb, Heidi Parker, Wanda Linnell, Sharon Nowak, Carrie Pratt, and John Poston. I have to say a special thank you to the following trustees, for if it wasn't for you voting, Sauk Village probably would stood still. But as these trustees leave, Trustee Myers, Trustee Washington, and Trustee Williams, thank you. And I go a step further and say it's been an honor serving with all the trustees that I've served with on all the boards. Over 18 years, you've served with a lot of people. So, we may agree with each other, we may disagree with each other, but the important thing is it's okay to disagree, but not be disagreeable. I've said that over the years, and I leave that to the state, I leave that to the next board. It's okay to disagree, but don't be disagreeable. Thank you to Village Clerk Williams. Thank you to the department heads. Everything rises and falls on leadership, and it's your department heads that make a mayor sits in a position where in this position either makes you or breaks you. I want to say a special thank you to the Police Department Chief Robert Kowalski. Fire Department Chief Al Salvador. Homeland Security Director Al Beverett. Administrative Director Sherry Jasinski. Public Works Director Kevin Waller. Finance Director Moana. With that said, the department has also, what makes Stockville so great is our employees. So without naming every single employee, because we have so many, thank you to all the employees of Stockville. Thank you to our attorneys from Otis and Sturt, named Bert Otison, Mike McGrath, Matt Burns, Matt Ryan, and Felicia Frazier. And then we're going to work with these attorneys. Thank you very much. Thank you to our engineering firms. We have Robinson Engineering. I know Jim's here somewhere. Our TIF engineers, Baxter and Woodland. Thank you to our insurance carriers. We have Assurance, which is Bobby Duckus and Owens Group, Bill and Dollar. In closing,
We love you, Mayor Hank.
in closing, thank you to my wife, Linda, and kids. And without reading their names, Matthew, Sarah, Joanna, Johnny, Hannah, Ethan, and thank you for putting up with me over the years and being my biggest supporters.
Love you, Dad.
I know there's some that want to be here tonight, but I told them they didn't have to be. You know, as we get older, our children grow up and have other responsibilities. I've got some that are working. I've got one at her first spring formal. Her date is hoping that we have a long meeting so he doesn't have to face me when she gets home. So, going back to my family, over the years I've missed them grow up because of work and village elected officials' responsibilities. However, now I plan to slow down, hopefully spend a lot more time with them before they move on, and maybe spoil some grandkids.
There you go.
I've done my job, now it's their turn to do their job. Well, I just want to say congratulations to the new board. Thank you all. God bless Sauk Village and the next administration. Yes, I'd ask for a motion to adjourn sine die. The motion is the second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We adjourn.
It's over.
Man, they're doing that real quick. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, how you? Never had been one of the best I could do. That's all we all. All right. What did they do with you?
I'm following you out. Let's go. Okay. In there.
Just go.
Hello.
The Honorable Adrian D. Davis to become a judge in the Second Judicial Subcircuit of Cook County. Ms. Davis is a proud product of the Chicago Public School System. She graduated from Whitney Young in 1985. She went on to attend Illinois State University in 1988. She earned a Bachelor of Science degree with a double major in political science and speech communication. Ms. Davis received her Juris Doctorate degree in 1994 from Thurgood Marshall School of Law at Texas Southern University. In November 1994, Ms. Davis became licensed to practice law in the state of Illinois. In 1995, she became an assistant public defender in the office of the Cook County Public Defender's Office. Ms. Davis was certified as lead attorney and was previously known as the Illinois Homicide Task Force. She was a dedicated assistant public defender and was assigned to the Homicide Task Force for the last 8 years. Ms. Davis tried over 35 homicide cases and multiple other felony cases. She remained in the Cook County Public Defender's Office until her appointment as a judge. In 1998, Ms. Davis was sworn in as a judge before the United States Supreme Court in Washington, D.C. Upon passing the Illinois bar examination, Ms. Davis began tutoring bar candidates enrolled in Minority Legal Education Resources. That's MLAR. This is a supplemental program in the city of Chicago. Ms. Davis served as a tutor and program coordinator for many years and spent 10 years on the board of directors. Currently, Judge Davis is an adjunct, professor at Loyola University in Chicago College of Law, and teaches legal writing to students preparing to take the bar exam. Judge Davis is a member of the Cook County Bar Association, the Chicago Bar Association, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sororities, Inc., that was right on cue. The Theta Omega chapter. Top Ladies of Distinction, Lincoln Park chapter, Chicago chapter, and the North Shore, Illinois chapter of the Links Incorporated. And I saw some links out here earlier. I don't hear anything. Okay. Judge Davis is giving various presentations to youth groups throughout the Chicago area on internet safety and avoiding becoming a defendant in the criminal justice system. Judge Adrian D. Davis is currently assigned to the First Municipal District of the Cook County Circuit Court of Cook County. In this assignment, Judge Davis has presided over traffic violations, misdemeanor cases, and felony preliminary hearings. That's a lot. At this time, I ask that everyone stand, please, as Judge Davis enters the room. At this time, I'd like to call forward to take his oath, Mayor-elect Derek Burgess.
We love you, Derek.
The next, I would like, I didn't say it, but trustee now, Mayor Burgess, but for the family members for the next person to take oath of office, Marva Campbell Pruitt, the village clerk. The family members, would you please stand up, please?
Goodbye.
I, Marva Campbell Pruitt, having been elected to the office of clerk in the village of Sauk Village, in the county of Sauk, will aforesaid solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of village clerk according to the best of my ability.
You must hug the judge. And now, I'd like the family members of the following trustees-elect to stand and have them come forward. Trustee-elect Grant. Trustee-elect Todd. And trustee-elect Bill. office. Can everyone rise as a judge in this room? You can be seated. Okay, we're going to begin the meeting.
Okay. Want to call this inaugural village board meeting to order. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Here. Trustee Kevin Jones. Trustee Cecil Tate. Trustee Linda Elkai. Here.
Thank you. At this time, I would like for my pastor, the Reverend Melody Seaton, to give us the invocation, please.
Creator God, precious Savior, creator of all that is good.
All right. Now may we bow our heads and pray. Precious Savior, creator of all that is good and perfect, we thank you for the blessing of this day, a day that you ordained, a day that you have consecrated. God, we ask your forgiveness first and foremost for those things that we have said, done, or thought that are not pleasing to you. This is important because we cannot move forward with the business that you have created for us if we are not repentant. God, we ask your blessings upon this village. We ask your blessings upon the past board and mayor. You have said that we should render unto Caesar that which belongs to Caesar. But you also said that we should love you first and then love our neighbor as much as we love ourselves. So God, we ask your blessings upon this new administration. We ask, oh God, that you order their steps in your way, that they protect and serve all the people from every corner of this village, all 80 blocks. God, we thank you for the honor that you have bestowed upon them. And so we ask for the blood of Jesus to caress them from the crown of their heads to the soles of their feet. That when the accuser comes against them, oh God, the accuser will not be successful in the name of Jesus. We bless you, we honor you, we give you all the glory, for you are God. Amen.
At this time, I'm going to, if you look on your programs, it says I'm going to have an inaugural report, but as I said all the time, I'm going to change things up a little bit. So at this time, I'd like for everyone to just indulge me for a minute. And I'd like to, first of all, say thank you to everybody that came out. Thank you to everybody that voted for us. And also that believed in us. This shows that you believe that we will do this. But the most important person that helped me besides God was my wife. And at this time, she please come forward. Thank you. This is my wife. This is what helped me make it through the times in my life. I just wanted everybody to see, because I believe that you should get your roses and smell your flowers while it's there. Okay, at this time, I have a little report I want to basically say, because everyone here I know came to see, but they also came to eat. And without further ado, we're going to make that happen. We have to do some housekeeping. Okay, so I do have a prepared speech. It's something that took me a while to go back and forth, so that's why I'm reading it, because I scratched out some things. But I just wanted you guys to understand what I feel and where we as a village are going to be. So I just wanted you to understand that. We see what happens in the state of Illinois when politicians' egos are more important than the people they elected to serve. But today, we begin to address the many problems we inherited. Today is a new day for Sauk Village, and we begin our journey on the pathway to progress. Whenever you begin a new direction, you have challenges. You will face criticism, but I will not give up on the mandate of the people of Sauk Village to get the job done. The people spoke loudly in this last election. They want change. They want the village government to raise the standards of our community and address the problems we face. Over the course of the next several weeks, our administration and staff will start implementing our 100-day plan. I'll be asking our trustees to take on new challenges as we reshape our standing committees and their focuses. We will address all challenges, past, current, and future. Starting today, we will operate a professional village hall where our employees and residents are treated with courtesy and respect. For the next 100 days, our administration will focus on the following key areas: stabilizing our village's finances, completing a balanced budget, changing our financial policies and procedures, responding to our audit findings, and begin addressing our pension problems. Additionally, we will improve communication between the mayor and the village board, as well as improve communication between village government and our residents. We will implement a strong emphasis on economic development initiatives to promote growth. We will focus our efforts to identify grant opportunities and other sources of financial initiatives. We will assess our human resource roles and training needs. We will begin regular departmental audits. We will implement measurable departmental goals and objectives, which will be reviewed during the regularly scheduled evaluation process. We will continue to identify absentee landlords who have allowed their properties to go into despair. We must clean up our village, address crime, and provide adequate services for our village residents, including our youth. I will be presenting my strategic plan for progress to the village board for adoption. This will be the first strategic plan ever presented or adopted by our village government. This plan is a blueprint and foundation for the future of Sauk Village. It will be reviewed, amended, and adopted as we journey down the pathway to progress. Yes, I do have lofty goals, and yes, I do have bold plans. Because this administration is determined to raise our standards, which will raise our village's quality of life. We will raise our standards. We will put village on the pathway to progress. When people say it can't work, I say yes it can. When people say that we can't do that, I will say yes we can. And when people say we cannot change things, I will say yes we can. We know how difficult change is. We know the challenges that lay ahead. We know that we must build our village on a solid foundation. Together, let us walk a new direction on the pathway to progress. Thank you very much, and God bless Sauk Village. Thank you so much. Next, I would like to ask our clerk if she has any comments to make.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, I do have some comments. They're not written down. So whatever comes out of my mouth will be to your ears. I want to start by just saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your faith and your confidence in me in having me elected as the village clerk. I truly appreciate it. Without many of you that's seated in this room and others who had the desire to be here and could not, I would not be sitting here. I would like to specifically thank Grace United Church of Christ, who people, if you believe in the power of prayer, you should have heard the prayer that was bestowed upon Mayor Burgess and I that Sunday before election. That church prayed us up the wazoo, and it was just absolutely impactful and successful. So I thank you, Grace. A couple of other people that I would like to thank. It's my family. I don't have a very large family, but they came out here and they walked. When I talked to them about the pathway to progress and the train that's coming to take us on this pathway to progress, they all joined right in, and they were right here walking with me and doing whatever was needed. Others that I would want to thank is Lincoln Meadows Community Club. That's my development. And you would be amazed at how much they actually put in terms of working and supporting. Another one, you guys know that I was retired, and I always took great pains to let everybody who wasn't retired know that I was retired. But guess what? I'm not retired anymore.
But I'm still with this group if they still have me. Retirees in Motion, my Grimm family, a number of you are here. I thank you for all of your assistance and support. And last but not least, my sisters of Alpha Kappa Sorority Incorporated. I thank you very much, Lord. I appreciate your being here. Now to the residents here, you helped also because you had that faith in me. You supported me. You opened your doors when I came and rang your bell at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, and you actually engaged me in conversation and asked me, what am I going to do for the village? And then you said you liked what I had to say, and you would have your entire family vote for me. I thank you for that. And I promise you, I will not disappoint you. We, as a board up here, you will not be sorry. We will not disappoint you. We are going to work collectively at all times to present ourselves very professionally, but then to also make certain that as we ride this train that's coming, that's here, on this pathway to progress, you're going to be involved in it, and you will not be disappointed. Again, thank you very much.
Okay, starting from my left, I would like to introduce to you our newly elected as a young man. I just have to say it. That's a testament to you guys, to the village. Trustee Roderick Grant.
Thank you everybody for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it. All the love and support we received tonight. I mean, this is a packed house, and we usually don't see this on Tuesdays, so this is good to see. But first, I would just like to say thank you to the residents for believing in me, supporting me, and actually for your vote. Thank you that you saw enough in me, and I truly appreciate it. I'm so humbled to be sitting up here tonight. Thank you so much for that. Second, I just want to congratulate Mayor Burgess, Clerk Pruitt, and trustees Linda Tide and Bernie Brewer as well. And Mayor Burgess, thank you for your plan, because we don't plan to fail, but we fail to plan. So keep that in mind. So thank you. Second, most importantly, I want to thank everybody who helped me get here. My fiance, I didn't really flowers to my fiance because I didn't know that was a part of the script. I'll take care of you later. I got it. My fiance, my parents, my family, my friends, my supporters, thank you, because without you, I couldn't have run a successful campaign and be elected. Yes, I am young, but for the ones who doubt me, watch me. For the ones who say I'm not experienced enough, I'll teach you. For the ones who say, oh, he doesn't know anything, he just got out here, I'll show you. So, therefore, I just want to say I appreciate you. Thank you for all your support. I want to wish well wishes and congratulations, and thank you to the previous administration for their time and for their efforts. Job well done. On that note, I just want to say again, thank you for your support, your vote. I appreciate you, and I look forward to working with each and every last one of you. Thank you.
Okay, in no certain order, I'd like to introduce to you newly elected trustee Linda Todd.
First of all, I'd like to thank my family and my friends that have supported me through this. As I sit in Rosie's seat, and she stated earlier that she started out as a joke in someone's backyard. I did too. I jokingly said I think I could do that job, and here I sit. My family moved out here in 1958, and little did I ever know that 59 years later I'm sitting in this seat. Now, kind of might tell you, I was 5 when we moved out here, so we're retired. We have the young one at that end, the old one at this end. But I can promise you one thing. We're going to work together as a board. We were, like Mayor Hanks said, we agreed to disagree, or don't be disagreeable, we have to get it together, because this is where my heart is in this town. And I want to see it move forward. As Margaret said, she's retired, so am I. I could be at home doing whatever, I could be out golfing 7 days a week. But I've decided that this is time to do something for this village, because this is where I live and this is my heart. So, on that, I want to thank everyone who voted for me. And I promise you that I will do the best that I can. And I'm going to end it here because we want to go eat.
And also, I'd like to introduce to you Trustee Bernice Brewer.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for all those who voted for me. It's an honor, and it will be my pleasure to serve you. As we sit here, I'd like to point out a couple of people who helped me get along my journey, because the last couple of months has been really difficult because of personal issues. Francine Edison, who got me started and stuff, back in 2008, without her, I wouldn't be sitting up here. James Harvey, who walked this village for me when I couldn't. And also Clearty Lawrence. They were there for me when I couldn't be there for myself. And also, I'd like to thank Reverend Lamont Rutledge, who stood in for Pastor Pitt when he wasn't here today, when we were swearing in. And I'd like to say to the residents, it's about us now. It's our time. I learned when we was in school, history was supposed to be for the people. And as residents, we're for the people. We want to know, we want to have accountability, transparency, and we want to know what's going on with our money. We don't want to know how you spend it. We just want to know what you're going to do with it. So with that being said, we're willing to work together. I'm ready to get started. It is my pleasure to serve you. Call me anytime.
Okay, at this time I have to do a little house cleaning or housekeeping, and I'm going to appoint the necessary appointments for right now to have a smooth transition. And at this time I wanted to make my appointments for our corporate council, which will continue to be Olson and Sturt. Our village engineer will continue to be Robinson Engineering. Our police chief. Mr. Robert Kowalski. Would you please come up, Mr. Kowalski? Your family here? Could they come up too?
As now or hereafter required by
Okay, next, the appointment of Fire Chief Alan Starfrey and family. And family. There she is. Alan Vavrick. I know he was here. Emergency, oh there he is, okay. Emergency Management Agency Chief and family. Thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, department heads. I didn't put it on the agenda, but I would like to acknowledge all of the department heads that were department heads before, because I'm going to still continue with the department heads that we have, but I would like to introduce them to everyone. First of all, Public Works, Kevin Weller. There he is. Okay. Also, the Department of Community Development, Sherry Jasinski. Also, Budget and Finance, the money man, Mr. Mohan Rao. And I think that's all that we have right now. So I will also, we're on number 9 now. I will entertain a motion for the resolution appointing the signing officers for accounts and legal documents.
So moved.
It has been moved by Linda Tyler, seconded by Kevin Jones. Any questions? I'm sorry. Calvin Jones. I'm gonna hear about this later. Any questions? Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Bernice Brewer.
Yes.
Trustee Roger Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Kevin Jones.
Yes.
Cecil Tate. Trustee Linda Beltran.
Yes.
That motion carries.
Thank you. Oh, I forgot. I thought this was something else. Anyway, the next resolution we're going to entertain is a resolution establishing dates and times of the official meetings for the corporate authorities. Everyone got a copy of that? So I will entertain a motion.
So moved.
It was moved by Roger Grant, second by Calvin Jones. Any questions? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Bernice Brewer.
Yes.
Trustee Roger Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Kevin Jones.
Yes.
Trustee Cecil Tate. Trustee Linda Beltran.
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, also I would like to entertain a motion declaring the vacancy of the office of village trustee.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, it was moved by Trustee Roger Grant, second by Trustee Linda Todd. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Bernice Brewer.
Yes.
Trustee Roger Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Kevin Jones.
Yes.
Trustee Cecil Tate. And Trustee Linda Tate.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Okay, you heard you say that. I know there's a area number 10 for public comment, but I see there's maybe a couple hundred people in here. And so I would like to hear your comments afterwards. So some people, we do have food. This will be probably the only time that I won't entertain public comment because we've been here for 2-3 hours almost. So, and I'm hoping that the food is still warm. So if everyone knows where the community center is located, I'm sure you follow and you will see. But I just want to say, before we get over there, this is and I want you to congratulate yourself. This is very awesome. I have never, as long as I've been a trustee for 11 years, never seen this many people at inauguration. You need to congratulate yourselves. Without further ado, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor? Thank you.